Hey y'all, so I'm back with another video, and I just want to give y'all a little update on my breastfeeding experience. So this will just be a part 2. um, it would have been a month in. Y'all hear him just talking. It would have been a month in, but I actually had to stop breastfeeding. Things were getting difficult. Things were getting really difficult for me, and then on top of that, I was extremely tired. I already don't get sleep as it is, so breastfeeding just kind of piles on top of that, and like you really don't get any sleep. So I'm gonna just start from the beginning. So I was breastfeeding, and I was also pumping at the same time. So he was able to have some like milk stored as well. And I wasn't producing enough to pump in between his feeds and feed him at the same time. So it was like either or for me. And I didn't like that because it was like I would strictly have to stick to breastfeeding him, and I wouldn't have anything, in case like those lazy days I have where I want to just go in the freezer and give him a bottle, or somebody like his dad wants to feed him, or I'm not around. So that was a downer for me. Also, when I was pumping and feeding him at the same time, my nipples were really sore. So when he got on my nipple, I was in pain. I tried to stick it through, and sometimes I did, but I was in pain because I literally just pumped. Now I gotta feed him, and then I gotta pump again, and then I gotta feed him. So my nipples were really sore, and I was like, okay, I won't feed him on the boob. I'll just pump, and even that was painful. So for that to be painful as well, I knew something wasn't right. I don't know what it was. I just knew something wasn't right because when you're pumping, you're able to control the strength of it. And I had it on the lowest level, and it still was painful. So I was like, yeah, okay, this isn't gonna work. So in that moment, I was like, I can't do this, I can't feed him on a boob, and I can't pump. They're too painful. And then on top of that, he started to latch wrong on one of my boobs, and it was the left one. So he was latching good on both of them, and then all of a sudden he started latching wrong on one of them. And for one, I felt it. I felt the pain, and for two, when I took him off of my boob, I can see like it was kind of like deformed looking. He was latched on it wrong, and it was like lopsided from the side he was sucking the most on. So I ended up calling it quits because it was just too painful. And I would say once he started latching wrong, I was pretty much over it, because with him latching wrong, it was also even more painful than the pain I was already in. So yeah, I ended up I stopped breastfeeding altogether. I tried it, I really did. I tried to push through, but I just couldn't do it. So I definitely commend all mothers out there that do breastfeed and stick it out, because it is not easy. Yeah, he is falling asleep eating. So after I stopped breastfeeding, I put him on formula, and I had him on Similac Pro Advanced, but it had too many bubbles, so I switched him to Infamil Gentle Ease because he was really gassy, and I could always hear his stomach, and I just felt like he was, he needed to be on something more sensitive. I felt like he needed to be on something more sensitive because it just wasn't working for him. And so I switched to that. Excuse me, y'all. I'm tired. So I switched him to the Infamil Gentle Ease. And he did a little bit better, but still he wasn't really pooping, and he was straining really, really, really hard to poop. So I had my WIC appointment, and WIC does not cover Infamil. So I had to get Similac, either the regular Similac, or the soy-based Similac. They tell me if I wanted any other Similac that I had to have a prescription from my doctor, and I just was not having it. So let me burp him. So he is now on Similac, soy-based, and with that one, y'all, when I tell y'all, literally, I fed him a bottle, and after that, he started like using the bathroom. It was so much better on him, on his stomach, and so that's what he's been on now. Now he still does have his times where he is straining to poop, which the doctor said is normal for newborns because they're still learning how to use the bathroom, and their bodies are adjusting to life outside the womb. He is at least having a bowel movement once a day. Before he wasn't. He was going a few days without, which they still said is normal, but he was literally pooping every day constantly, and then he went from that to, pooping a little bit, or he would miss a day or a day and a half. And yeah, so since he's been on the soy-based Similac, he's been good. He's been doing good, and that's what we've been on now. So y'all, let me tell y'all how much this boy eat. He went from 2 ounces, and I knew he wasn't gonna stay on there very long. He went from 2 ounces when we came from the hospital. I would say by week 2, he was up to 4. He is now a month old, and he's been eating 4, but this was 5. He is now eating 5 ounces because I noticed that I needed to go up an ounce because I was feeding him 4, but in between his feeds, he would be hungry again. He would start sucking his hand. I'm like, he hungry again? So I would give him some more. I wouldn't give him 4. I would give him 1.5, and he would eat it. And I'm like, okay, so maybe he is hungry. And he did that twice in one day, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should start going up because there should be no reason why I'm feeding him 4 ounces, and then 2 hours later he hungry again because he eats every 3 to 4. So for him to be hungry again that soon, I was like, So he's now eating 5, y'all. My baby is just growing so much. So yeah, this is just an update on where I was at breastfeeding wise. That is now a closed case for us. But y'all make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and leave any comments that y'all have down below. Any suggestions, any tips for us, because we are first-time parents. And make sure that y'all go and watch his 1-month photo shoot video. Bye.